Well, goodness me, we're back with a Secret Invasion review. We're going to talk about episode 2. I'm very late on this. Why? I just forgot it was coming out. Genuinely forgot it was coming out. I reviewed the first episode. Woeful, abysmal. It's spy espionage series for dummies, basically. And I did wonder if it would pick up. I mean, obviously not. You know, this is the current state of Marvel on a whole. Catering to the lowest common denominator. Yay, good times. Anyway, so what happened in this episode? Well, it got a little bit worse. Nick Fury. Well, interesting. Rhodey, Lieutenant Rhodes, War Machine, had his time to shine. Like that, Don Cheadle's a great actor. Really, really good, actually. But there's some bizarre dialogue between him and our main man, Nick Fury, about how him, people like us, basically it was all about race. It was a big race, very, very big race episode. People like us grappled for power. What? Alright, cool. Since when was that a thing in Marvel and the Avengers? What's going on here? But I did like Rhodes' reply. Yeah, we might share an ancestral heritage, but people like us didn't grapple power from people who didn't look like us, handed over to mediocre men who do look like us. You're fired, Nick. And then Nick Fury finally got some fury. Oh, he had a little bit of a tussle, didn't he? With Commander Rhodes. I don't know what his title is anymore. Anyway, War Machine. His bodyguard. Well, he broke his hand. And then he walked off and had to have a sit down on a bench. Huffing and puffing. Honestly, strange episode. So we learn why Gravik wants to wipe out humanity. Not the Kree, mind you, that killed his parents. No. Why he wants to wipe out humanity. Can you have any guesses at what just atrocity must have been committed to him? No, you didn't guess. Well, okay. Nick Fury broke his promise. So he wants to wipe out the entirety of humanity. Like, seriously? What? That's the best you could come up with? What on earth are you doing? Petulant child has a promise broken. I mean, for starters, why, Nick, did you promise everyone that you're going to find them a planet? Also, apparently, the Skrulls have been going around the galaxy trying to find a planet. There's loads of planets. We've seen them in, every fucking Guardians of the Galaxy, for goodness. They're everywhere. There's loads of planets. There's nothing but violence. Really? You could have just gone to nowhere. The Guardians' homeworld. Why didn't you just go there? They let everyone go there. What? You didn't try very hard, did you? But I digress. Humanity must be destroyed because Nick Fury, broke a promise. Yeah, that's the shittest reason ever. Also, I thought this in episode 1, but I forgot it in my review. Why isn't anyone just walking around with a Giga counter? Just going, beep, 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 beep. Ah, you're a Skrull. Because they're living in a nuclear power plant. There'll be trace radioactivity. You be like, oh, you're a Skrull. Oh, you're a Skrull. Oh, you're a Skrull too. You're a Skrull. You were a Skrull the whole time, my man. Like, really? This stuff, honestly. And again, yeah, just weird discussions about race. Nick Fury and Talos is on a train and he's talking about how he had to sit in the coloured train and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, what? Since when was this a thing? Since when was this a facet of Nick Fury's personality? This racial, just bizarreness. Really odd, genuinely out of place. It feels out of place. Anyway, he gets in an argument with Talos because he plays a game, what don't I know about, or something like that. And he has to go, Talos has to answer. And he's like, well, what don't I know about the destruction of Skrullos? And he says some stuff, and then he says, oh yeah, we're all here. All million Skrulls are here. And then Nick Fury has like a hissy fit and breaks his friendship with Talos. What? What is going on? What is this series? Honestly, what is this series? Anyway, then apparently the United Nations, or NATO, whatever it is, whoever, the Prime Minister of the UK, a Tucker Carlson Fox News commentator rip-off guy, all these bigwig people all across the world, they're all Skrulls as well. That's some subtle messaging for you there, isn't it? Fox News Tucker Carlson type as a Skrull. Bizarre. Anyway, this show really is crap. Like, it's garbage. Nick Fury does nothing. He's fired. He's fired, and then he's like, you know, I'm Nick Fury. When I'm out, I'm still in. And you're like, alright, okay, cool. Olivia Colman's great. She's sort of witty and funny and bubbly, but also whilst dishing out brutal torture on a Skrull. Interesting. The action's mediocre. Emilia Clarke is good, but she's in a mediocre series. Oh, do you want some member berries? Where they're making a super Skrull. Yeah, they're working on Groot's DNA. Remember that thing that you've seen in something that's better? Remember that thing that you like that's in something better? Well, it's also a little bit in here. It's not. I mean, it is, because they reference Groot on a computer screen. But it doesn't make it better. It's dog shit. Anyway, the fact remains, this show is terrible. We're now being lectured on race in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You didn't need to do that, because the Skrulls are already refugees. You didn't need to add layers of racial commentary into it as well. Bizarre that you are. Especially when it's actually from Nick Fury to a refugee alien. Odd. Actually odd and out of place. Anyway, love to hear your thoughts. It's genuinely woeful. Genuinely terrible. I can see why it's the lowest rated MCU show. Will probably end up being the lowest viewed, because there's no hype, no one's talking about it. Barely anyone anyway. Predominantly YouTubers, it seems. And I keep forgetting that it's coming out. I forgot that it was even out. Until I stumbled across it last week. So, yeah, not good. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please do let me know down below. Hit subscribe if you're new here, give the video a like and a share. And as a lot of the content, the podcasts and stuff like that do get demonetized, you want to become a member of the channel, please do. Or support via Patreon. All links are down below. Cheers guys, take care.